know they got some good players. We've got to compete. We've got to make plays. I mean, yeah, they'll probably make some plays, but I do think if we can force them into some mistakes, that's the best way to win the game.
The O-line has seen a lot of movement a little bit this week. You got Trayvon Tate starting for the first time. You have Eric Smith kind of staying in that role for Demery. What do you like from those guys?
I think Trevon's ready. I mean, we brought him in here for a reason to compete, and just feel like it's a chance for him to get in there and compete. And I think he's ready. Got some good ends that we're going up against, a lot of blitz and a lot of looks that we know that give O-line problems. I mean, honestly, with Eric, he competed well last week. We were going to let those guys kind of compete throughout the week, but Dem just couldn't go. So we know it's a huge challenge. We're at home though, which is nice. Hopefully we can keep our quarterback upright and we can run the ball.
I was going to ask you about that, like home field advantage. How big is that?
Well, I mean, we've been having good crowds. People have been getting into the games. The last time we played BC, I do think the silent cadence was tough on our guys, and they had a big crowd with 50 Cent in the building, and it was a big home field advantage, and kind of got us a little bit out of our groove in the fourth quarter. I thought we handled it well early, but it's just that focus has to be there for 60 minutes. And the home field, we've been playing well at McMahon. We know it's a big challenge, but we'd like to get out of here and with a win and show people we can play with anybody.
Yeah, and you've had coming off a couple really close, losses. What's the key to turn that into a win for you?
Well, I mean, yeah, we had two tight road games, and we felt like we played well enough to win, and we didn't win either. So we just, you do want to get back in the win column, but you got to make sure it's a 60-minute deal. It's like one play at a time, but you do feel like if you get in that position, hopefully we make our share of plays and can come out with the W.
It's obviously a big night as well with Wally in the building, being added to the Wall of Fame. Just what does that mean to you, someone that was a coach that you played with in Calgary and in BC as well, and maybe a mentor on the coaching side?
Yeah, I think it's the right spot for him. Obviously, I think he was in a bit of a conflict of interest, for a few years there, and certainly understand when he's working for the Lions for many, many years, it's hard to necessarily be recognized by another club. But he did so many great things here in Calgary, and he really did start his career here, and really to me had some of his best years. And I know our city, we want to make trust in Wally, and we want to. Through the years, I really think we feel like he's one of us. I know he's a BC Lion. I've been there too, but really the Stampeders and Wally Buono should be known together, and we're happy to get him up on the wall.
How big of a mentor was he for you?
It was certainly still a resource to this day. I played for him a lot of years too. I only played for one CFL head coach, Wally Buono, 11 years. He changed. He changed through the years too. I mean, I did too, and I do feel like there's some things when I look back. I mean, he had a heart attack one year, and had to get his heart surgery, and I really felt like he felt like I need to live life in that moment. He's always been a guy about legacy, a guy that wants to represent his name, his family, and I do think, to be honest, he did probably. If he looks at it and looks in the mirror, I think he's accomplished all he needs to accomplish as far as if he sets out coaching. I wonder what I could do. I think he did more than he even probably dreamed of. So I feel like mentorship and all that he's a friend, and I know he has my back. Those are more important than actually just kind of thinking of head coach, player, that sort of mentorship.